What's up, Lean Machines
18.
family? So good to see you as always. Me and John are proper twinning it out. We've got the TLM t-shirts on, TLM caps. If you want to get your hands on some clobber, the links to all the kit is below. And if you guys and girls out there are new to the channel, John, what they got to do?
Hit the subscribe button.
And make sure you leave a question or a comment below, just like Mr. Hedonic did last week.
Yep.
Keen to hear your thoughts on intermittent fasting, Lean Machines. We've been asked so many times over all of our social channels. So let's do it, brother.
Let's do it. Okay, so first things first, what is fasting? Fasting is exactly what it says on the tin. It's a period without eating. That's why in the morning, your first meal after not eating throughout the night because you've been asleep is break fast. Breakfast, we are breaking a fast.
Did you
Did you not know that?
I didn't know that.
Come on.
I just go, yeah, but I'm proper Norfolk. I go,
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Break
I
fast.
barely put the T in there. That's clever. So after John's just dropped that massive nuclear weapon of a knowledge bomb on me, which I didn't even know.
So simple.
It makes so much sense. Let's talk about what fasting's good for, how you can potentially do it, why it's good for fat loss, and why it's also got so many health benefits.
Hell yeah. So I'm a big fan of stripping stuff back, maybe to how it used to be when things were a little bit simpler. So I quite like certain aspects of the paleo diet. The paleo diet basically refers to hunter and gatherer, what we would have been hundreds and thousands of years ago, meat, veg, berries and stuff like that for the whole part.
I thought essentially you meant that you were letting your hair grow out nowadays, you were going with a long beard,
Mate,
and just generally going unkept and walking around with a little bit of a leaf on.
Yeah, well, you know, it took us millions of years to evolve, right? And it does that to its surroundings. And what's happened in the last couple of hundred years, microchipping, everything's sped up so fast, and our human evolution hasn't really caught up.
Our brain has grown, but it hasn't really opened up to new pathways.
Totally. So our sympathetic nervous system, which is our fight or flight, our stress response, used to be, shit, that's trying to eat me. Oh God, I got to run away from that. Oh, I need to catch that. So it would work then. Yeah, whereas nowadays, we're stressed because we're late from work. We're stressed when we're looking at our phone. So we live a lot of our time in our sympathetic nervous system. So in the same way that works, this is the same reason I kind of like fasting. When we were hunter and gatherers, we might have had a day. We might have had half a day. We might have had 3 days without food.
Look, it's just so sick in my mouth then. So how can we fit a basic fasting protocol into our life, and how might it look? So one way of doing it, which is the way that we personally use, is a 16-8 fast or an intermittent fasting protocol. You can do this every day. You can do it 2 days blocked together. You can do it at the end of the week, however you feel. But all it is as simple as it sounds. On a Sunday evening for me, I stop eating calories at 8 p.m. I then don't eat anything until midday the following day. That gives me a 16-hour fast window where all I consume is water and a black coffee in the morning. And JC, when we say no food, what do we mean?
We mean no food.
No food.
It's really important that you don't eat food, because Leon and I, although it is great for this, for fat loss reasons, we use it for a health benefit.
Yeah.
So the main thing that we use it for is a thing called autophagy. And typically the longer you fast for, the more benefits you're going to get from this. But basically when we're creating cells, our body is constantly turning over new cells and new DNA.
This is really geeky as well.
Yeah, but it's
I
really
love this.
fucking important as well, because this is the type of stuff that will keep you living for longer and will help potentially prevent things like cancer.
Yeah.
So if you've got cells and DNA which is a bit broken, it's not been made properly, or it's not been broken down properly, when we're constantly eating all the time, we're anabolic, we're creating new cells, we're creating new this. So when do we actually stop, apart from when we're asleep, and give our body time to go, oh, hang on, that wasn't built very well, let's knock that down. Or those cells look a bit dodgy, let's scrap them. And what you do is you're kind of self-cleaning yourself at a cellular level, and it takes about 16 hours of nothing to get into that process. So if I was a bit more hardcore, I would take it longer, and I would really get the benefit. So by no means am I someone that advocates fasting. It's like, this is the way to eat, this is my diet.
It's not the golden ticket to fat loss.
And I don't do it for fat loss either. It's literally just a little thing I do every so often, much like some people will go, oh, I need to eat more veg. I eat a shit ton of veg as it is, so for me, what's the next thing that I might be able to do? Just a little bit, that's not going to put me out too much, that might give me some health benefits. And for me, that's doing a 16-8 fast, maybe twice a week.
And for me, on an even simpler level, if the health benefits and looking after myself and prolonging my life wasn't enough, I'm somebody who's always been a greedy little shite. I'm one of those guys, I went to the gym, I was bodybuilding, and I was trying to eat every 3 hours, eating 5 or 6 meals a day. And the problem is your body gets used to that. So then when I started fasting, or any time I was like, I haven't got time, I'm cracking on, I'm doing this, that, and the other, I was going, oh, okay, I need to eat. I'm starving. I'm absolutely starving. And I'm the guy who goes to the baby before it cries. Just as I get a nice little tickle in my belly, I'm like, oh my God, I need to eat. I need to eat. And the biggest thing that's taught me is actually, I now know what hunger is. And my body doesn't play so many tricks on me. It's not doing that grilling up, grilling down all day long.
Yeah, so like Leon touched on there, you're going to get some kind of stabilization, let's say, on some of your hormones. Your ghrelin, your leptin, which are your hunger and satiety hormones. If you're someone that eats a lot of sugar and regularly eats, you might struggle with insulin. So it's something that's going to increase your insulin sensitivity, which is basically your body's ability to take sugar out of the blood and store it in cells. What we haven't said is when you're fasting, let's say you're doing it for weight loss, your goal is to lose fat. So you found out, right, my daily calories is 2,500 calories. For my weight loss that I want, I'm going to eat 2,000 calories a day. So if you are doing a 16-8, in your 8-hour window, you will eat those 2,000 calories. It's not like you eat less. You just eat the amount you need for your weight loss, or the amount you need for your maintenance, or even the amount you need to gain weight. But you just eat that in a smaller window. So one thing that's going to happen if you fast for a longer time, a bit like doing a ketogenic diet, is your body's probably going to start to produce ketones, which is basically via the process of breaking down fat, your body creates like a new macronutrient. It's called a ketone. It's really good for your brain. It's a fuel source basically. And that is a byproduct of basically using fat for energy. And one thing I see a lot of people do, especially on a ketogenic diet, is they start taking ketone drinks. They're like, drink these raspberry ketones, because if you drink these raspberry ketones, you'll be in a ketogenic state straight away. You'll be in ketosis. No, you won't.
They measure that in your pee, right?
Yeah, but basically what you've done is the pee that you're coming out, the ketones that are coming out in your pee, is just people can't see it, it's on screen. is straight from the drink. Whereas the ketones you create from your body is a byproduct of using fat for energy. So don't be fooled into thinking, I'm just gonna buy a ketone drink and I'm gonna be straight in ketosis. You're not. Yes, they can be used as a fuel source for endurance sports if you wanna do stuff like that, but they do not mean that you will burn more fat. It's like getting the end product without doing the hard work that makes the result. You really like that, haven't you? You're such a childish mind.
So in summary, yes, fasting can really help for fat loss. It's a great potential tool, along with many other things.
By a calorie deficit.
Exactly, a calorie deficit. For us personally, it's got so many cool health benefits. For me, it helps with a little bit of adherence, meaning I'm not constantly mothering my digestive system. There are so many different ways to do it. What it comes down to, like we always say, is look at your lifestyle and think, does a fasting protocol fit? Are you somebody who can't really, you've got children, you've got to get them out of the door to school and you haven't really got the time to eat until lunchtime? Fasting may well work for you. It might be
something 24 hours or 48 hours without eating. I know a few of my friends do it and they think it's great. Yeah. And again, it's not something you have to do. We are just here to give you information and hopefully kind of provoke you guys to do a little bit extra reading or researching, gain some new knowledge bombs and go, do you know what? Actually, that might suit my life, and hopefully, the main goal is to improve the quality of your life and your health.
So there you have it. Thank you so much for your question. As always, if you've got any more, put them below. We look through them every single week. If you loved the video, give it a massive thumbs up. Remember, the link to the TLM kit is in the description box. Go and give it a little wiggle. Make sure you tag us in your photos of your kit so we can see it. We will be back this time next week. Have an awesome day, guys. See you soon.
Bye, guys.